Okay, it's William Jiamin here. Welcome to my channel. I want to continue to talk a little bit about the digital memoir of me. And by the way, I grew back to beer, and I just just suddenly I remember that my mom always hate me grow a beard, and she thinks it's a kind of a tradition that when parents are alive, you're not allowed to grow a beard. I'm not sure why it's the case. So I searched internet, and I think it's some like misinformation maybe, because because traditionally, like in Asian culture, I think you're supposed to grow a beard as well as hair, and do not cut it, because it's like they're saying that everything that you have is from your parents. Okay, so you have to cherish it and do not like harm it. Okay, so I don't know why. They got say it's traditional, because I think traditionally you're supposed to grow a beard as well as hair. But yeah, enough about that. Let's go back to the digital memoir, because I think when someone passes away, especially the close one, your loved ones, the grief, the this is not a temporary thing. It's not like when you like attend the funeral, that moment they pass away. It's not that exact moment that hit you. Like they hit you in the long run. Okay, so every time that you experience some seemingly meaningless events in life, like really small things that can bring all the memory back, and then that's where it hits you most. So yeah, it's just still I'm babbling about the bear thing, because I grow a bear. I think of my mom always hated, but but I always love to grow a bear. So it's kind of a conflict when she was alive. We had some of the argument about this, but most of the time I respect her feelings, and I just shave like her little boy. But I think maybe that's the trigger moments, like a signature that hey, you grow up, and I grow up there. I also want to remind me how mortal I am, because if you shave pretty clean, and I'm Asian, so I look pretty young, like 18 years old, something like that. But in fact, I'm like a middle-aged man here. So I just want to remind me how mortal I am, and cherish life and do things that I actually want to do. Just leave your mark, leave your mark on earth, leave your mark in the history. So and do the thing that you won't regret. That's the thing that I want to remind me, because I become older and older every day. I'm not getting younger. So yeah, and I recently just remember something. I remember that my mom is a really how to say it, really street smart lady. I don't know how to express that in precise English, because I'm not a native speaker, but I think that's the word for it, like street smart, because she grew up in a very competitive world, and it's Asia, so the society is pretty competitive, and I remember she's like doing everything in the household, including like buying from the markets, cooking and cleaning, it's like a traditional mom. Okay, she's like handling everything, every chore, and she's done a perfect job. She's like really hardworking, make everything pretty clean, and often bought us new clothes, new like little things, but you really need it. So yeah, sex mom, and but I still remember that when we go out together, and I accompany my mom to like go shopping, just buy all this food, and mom, when you like bought everything, you have to like stand in the line for the checkout. And my mom said, "Hey, you go there," like some military mission. Okay, so you go there. Okay, I go there, and I maybe like put the cards at that line. Okay, so we can get like multiple line waiting, so you can maximize the efficiency. Okay, and when it's our turn. Okay, so if it's your line, it's our turn. I will just bring everything to your line. Okay. I was a student, I believe. It's maybe high school, or I don't know, maybe in college. Memory just pretty vague now. But I feel extremely, to be honest, I feel extremely embarrassed because I think, why do that? Okay, so why do this thing because you can get like a checkout just 1 or 2% earlier if you don't do it. But I realized that a lot of people are doing this. Okay, so like some like middle-aged and old Asian dude with his family, like 2 or 3 children, stand before me. Okay, and everyone is just stand in the line. And at that moment, I didn't like really like agree with my mom, and I sort of feel like a disagreement. I would have some like quarrel with her, and say, hey, why do that? You have to follow the rule. And but it's like recently I began to realize that how smart as well as correct she is, because nobody does this thing because of they're bad, because they want to break the rule, but because of the environment. That's how environment shape the person, and she's so good at it, and everyone's doing it. So in order to survive, she have to do it. And I'm sort of like enjoying all this convenience that she like work her ass out and fight and compete and get that results. And I'm sort of like, hey, I got all this money, I got all this free time, and get all this delicious food. And I read some books and say, hey, mom, you're doing something wrong here. You break the rule. But that's how the society, like really competitive society, works. Okay, they got a rule, but everyone don't follow it. At least at that specific period, specific time, specific places. Everyone is not following the rule. And if you, like a dog, just to read something on the book and they just follow the rule, and you won't be able to get the thing that you want. That's kind of a hard lessons I learned just recently, just recently, and I began to realize that how smart and how correct my mom is, and my mom was, because it's not you are wrong, but you're sort of stuck in the rat race, and you can't win, and you can't get out of that rat race by following the rule, because the rule is set by a higher hierarchy, and they have the leisure, they have the privilege, they have the time, and they have the money, and they can kind of keep their decency. They say, hey, come on, stand before me, doesn't really matter. Okay, I got all the time in the world, and I got all the money in the world. Okay, I don't even need to physically be here in order to buy the food. I can get someone to get food for me and deliver it to my door. And I even hire a chef to do this cuisine for me. Okay, rich people can do that, but for us, we can't do that. And if you do this, you don't have the leisure to do this. You don't have, if you want to keep the a decency, you will lose the rat race, and you stop the rat race. You will never get out of the rat race. You can't even keep the share that you're supposed to get. And that's the hard lesson that I learned from society, from this real world. So if my son is watching, in the future, or for anyone who's watching, I want to share a not so beautiful, some hard and dirty truths about the society, is that not everything written perfectly on the book will going to work. Apply, I think. We're going to apply everywhere in the society. Sometimes it doesn't work, okay? And sometimes you have to, use whatever other people use, at least temporarily, to help you keep your interest and help you get out of this rat race. And then you have more power than you can change it, okay? And then you can, for example, if I never get out of this rat race, if I never enjoy this, seemingly unfollowing this stand in line rule, I do not enjoy the results. It's not just one small thing. It's a lot of things, 100,000 things accumulated together. If I do not enjoy the results, I may not be able to receive the education I get, because she won't have the time and money to support me. And maybe I can't change anything. But right now I can learn English and share you guys a story, and maybe more people will understand this and try to get out of this rat race and try to be better and have more power to actually change it. Of course, you might think, hey, why not just everyone just follow the rule? You can't do that. I can't possibly fight everybody. Okay? Of course I can do that, but let's be practical. That's a stupid situation. Okay? You can't fight every family and fight all their kids because they scattered and stand different lines. You can't do that. So in order to even the play field, you have to scatter around. Yeah. Isha, we got a lot of people, okay? So you scatter around, I scatter around, and this is an even play field. Yeah, that's a thing that suddenly struck me, and I sort of regret that I sort of looked down on my mom, say, hey, you shouldn't do that, because she's doing her best to provide and to survive, in fact, in this really competitive world, and help me and send me to school, feed me and so I can learn English, learn technology, and pursue pursue art, pursue modeling, pursue the things that I want. So I'm really grateful for this, and I just want to make this video to let that memory crystallized, and let that lesson I learned never be forgotten. Okay. So yeah, so thanks, and don't forget to give me a thumb up and subscribe to my channel. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Bye.